story is the rock that talked. Okay? Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a monkey. Now, monkeys are very playful. They like to jump. They like to jump across the water. Now, this particular monkey lived on this island right here. Now, on this island, there was everything he could want except for a mango tree. There was no mango trees. And back then, in that day, the monkeys loved mangoes. So he looked across the island and he saw there was another island nearby that had what? Mango trees. So of course, what does a monkey do? When a monkey sees something he wants, what does he do? He goes to get it, right? But it's so far across. The river was so big he couldn't get across the river. So you know what he did? He jumped from this river, from this bank, onto a big rock, onto another rock, and then across the stream. So the monkey was very smart, right? The monkey was very agile. So every day the monkey would go and eat mangoes from the island, and after he finished, he would jump back 2 rocks and come back. Then, one day, in that same river, there happened to be a family of crocodiles. Not quite a family, just a husband and wife. Well, the wife was pregnant, about to have a baby crocodile. So what happens to women when they're pregnant? Sometimes they get hungry and they want to eat something in particular. So who has to go get the food for the wife? The husband. So the wife says to the husband, "Husband crocodile, Mr. Crocodile, Daddy Crocodile, do you know what I want to eat today?" She says, "What do you want to eat, darling?" He says, "I want to eat a live monkey heart." The husband says, "Can't we just eat something else?" He said, "No, I want a monkey heart." He said, "Come on, can we get some, I'll give you some ice cream or maybe a pizza." He's like, "No, I want a live monkey heart only." And of course, can a man argue with a woman? No, it's not smart. So the crocodile dad says, "Okay, I'll get you a monkey heart." And the crocodile was so sad. He's like, "Where am I going to find a monkey heart? Monkeys are so hard to get. Monkeys are never in the water. How am I going to catch one?" And the wife says, "I'll come up with a plan for you." So the wife said, "Let's do this. You go lay on the rock and pretend to be a rock. And when the monkey jumps back to try to eat his mango and try to come home, then you just eat him and then you bring him back to me and I get to eat a monkey heart." The crocodile says, "Okay, sounds like a good idea." So the crocodile went out, found a nice rock, and curled up in a little ball and pretended to be a rock. Now, after the monkey had already crossed, the monkey was going to come back, right? So the monkey is smart, though. When he looked at the water, he said, "That rock looks a lot bigger than when I went off the first time. When I went the first time, the rock was here and the water level was right here. But this time, I'm coming home, the rock is this high and the water level is down here. That's so weird. Why would the rock get bigger after I eat a mango?" So he thought, there must be something there trying to get me. So he says, "I can't get home. I have to go this way. So how can I get home?" So the monkey was really smart. So he thought of a plan. He turned to the crocodile rock, and said, "Mr. Rock, Mr. Rock, Mr. Rock." And of course, does the rock answer? No, because rocks can't talk, right? But he kept saying it. "Mr. Rock, hey, Mr. Rock." And the rock didn't answer. So the monkey said, "Mr. Rock, are you mad at me today? We talk every day. Every time I go home, I always talk to you first. So how come today you won't talk to me? If you don't talk to me, I won't go home." And the crocodile's thinking, "Oh my God, what am I going to do? Maybe this is a magic rock that can talk." He says, "Mr. Monkey, it's Mr. Rock. I'm doing good, how are you?" And the monkey says, "Silly crocodile, rocks can't talk." The crocodile says, "Oh, you got me." But the crocodile said, "I don't care. Either way, I'm eating you today because you have to come home no matter what." So the monkey says, "You're right. How am I going to win this time?" Well, the monkey thought about it. The monkey thought about it, says,
"A mango tree."
"Huh?
Climb on a mango tree."
Yeah, but he couldn't cross the river. He has to go home to his family. So what is he going to do?
Skip over him.
No, it's too far away. So you know what he did? he said to the crocodile, he says, Mr. Crocodile, okay, I give up. You can eat me. But here's the deal. I'm going to make it easy for you. I want you to open your mouth really, 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 really wide, and I'm going to jump right in your mouth. And the crocodile says, oh, that's nice of you. Okay, I agree. So the crocodile opened his mouth really, 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 really wide. And then what happens when a crocodile opens its mouth really wide? What does it look like? Try it. Right? You open your mouth really wide and his eyes close. So when he closed his eyes, the monkey jumped on the rock and then jumped on his head and then jumped across the ocean. After the monkey got home, the monkey says, I'm home. And Mr. Crocodile knew that he got tricked. Now, that's the end of the story. So my question is, what does this story teach us? What does this story teach us? What's the first thing that we have to learn from this story? What's the first thing that the monkey did? Yes.
He lied to the crocodile?
Well, before he had to, it might be called lying, but what did he do? He protected himself, right? But what did he do before that? He paid attention, right? So the very first thing that we have to learn from this story is what? You have to always be paying attention. Because bad things can happen all the time, right? Accidents can happen, sicknesses can happen, diseases can happen, even accidents at the airplane, right? Remember you hear the story yesterday? SFO had an airplane crash? It can happen all the time. So number one, we have to be very careful. We have to always be aware of our surroundings. And what else can we learn from this story? Like Pitan said, we have to be aware to always use your brain. Don't get scared, don't get excited. Use your brain to solve situations. When you see a problem, find a way to outsmart it. Find a way to solve it in a way that doesn't hurt yourself. This is what a smart person will do. And do you know who that monkey ended up becoming later on? No, he became the Buddha. That life, that monkey was practicing to become the Buddha. And so to become a student of our Buddha, one quality that you must have is what? You have to be smart. Our Buddha was one of the smartest ever. And so to be his student, to be a follower of our Buddha, it's not about compassion. It's not about kindness. It's not about happiness or smiling. It's about being smart. Our Buddha was powerful that he was so smart. And to be his student, we must also be smart. So, should you always tell the truth?
Yeah. No, sometimes no.
Should you never tell a lie? Sometimes it's okay. You have to use your brain to think. The answer to these questions will always be one thing, which is what? It depends. So from now on, when you make a decision, don't make decisions based on rules that you already have. Make decisions based on one word or one phrase. It depends. And think it through each time. Some people say, if you think something good, should you say it? I said, yeah, always say what you think. No, don't always say what you think. Then when should you do it? Well, it depends. Depends on what? The one rule that you have to remember is what? What does it depend on? You want to make sure that it doesn't hurt you and it doesn't hurt other people. If it hurts no one and helps other people, then it's a good action. But if it helps only you but hurts someone else, is it a good action? No. What if it helps them but it hurts you? Is that a good action? A lot of Thai people believe in the concept of katanyu kataweti, which is respect and repayment of favors done to you from other people. So, today you went to work. You made $100. How much should you give your parents? If you give your parents $100, are you being a good child? Yes, you're being a good child. But are you being an irresponsible person? Yes. But where are you going to get money for food? Where are you going to get money for your rent? How are you going to pay for other things? Do you understand? So when you do something, there is no rule that always do it or never do it. The answer is always what?
It depends.
It depends. Okay? So I want to thank everyone for coming today to this offering today. And อยากจะอนุโมทนาบุญกับทุกท่านนะที่มาทำบุญวันนี้ขอให้พวกเราตั้งใจรับพรจากพระกับแม่ชีนะ So please prepare to receive the blessings from the monks and the nuns.